Imagine one day you walk into your home to see your family, excited to give them hugs and just talk about their day, and you walk into a room full of silence. Your whole family just staring at their phones. No one's talking, listening. The silence is deafening. Sadly, this is the reality of so many families today, and truly nobody even knows the reality of it. Teenagers often spend 8.5 hours per day on non-related school things. Often, it's mainly just Instagram, social media, or just, whatever they want to do. Sadly, this is the reality of most families and homes, and that doesn't even include the hours and hours at school on their phones and computers. As a society, we are in a crisis. It's not just a bad habit, but it truly is a public health concern. As a whole community, this is a phone addiction, and it's really is a public health concern. Addiction as a whole weakens society, specifically in education. It starts there with our students and our children who are on their computers all day doing assignments, and then they come home and they're on their phones. And not only that, but during the school hours, they can't even focus because they have their phones. Not only this, but these children have grown into adults who are now in the workforce, and now productivity in the workforce is going down. Companies are losing money, and nobody has any time anymore. Not only that, but mental health is severely declining. We have teenagers, students, children who are constantly battling with depression and anxiety because all they know is what's on their phone. Not only this, but it really is a public safety concern. Many wrecks and fatalities are caused by people distracted on their phones, whether it's changing music, on the phone, texting, doing whatever. That is generally why most of the wrecks are caused today. So now that we know this, how can we fix it? I believe the best way to fix this is through a digital wellness education, where we start our students at a young age learning what phone addiction is and how we can solve it. So not only are they learning the dangers of it, but they're also learning how they can avoid it and how they can move past it. The next thing, I do believe that there should be social media regulations, especially on children under the age of 18. Even though it sounds extreme, I feel like that's the best way to make this not happen anymore, because you do have young girls and children who just are constantly spending their time on social media and not spending time with their friends. They're FaceTiming and talking on Snapchat instead of going to hang out and see each other. And I think the best way to do this is either have parental controls or just ensure that children aren't receiving social media at a young age. At least to put it in perspective, think about a 13-year-old girl who's on Instagram and she sees all these beautiful models who are in their 20s and 30s, and she's just constantly comparing herself to them and seeing, as a 13-year-old girl who's just barely grown up yet, she's not even an adult yet, but she's comparing herself, and not only is she insecure, but she's anxious and she's depressed, and we're just not doing anything about it. She's having to deal with this all on her own, and most people won't even know about it. And this is a sad reality. It's not just little girls, it's little boys, and it's teenagers who then grow into adults, and now we just have these depressed, anxious adults in our workplace and society, and nobody's doing anything about it. Truly, as a society, it's time to act. This must be solved. It's not just personal discipline, because if it's left up just to that, then the problem won't be solved. It not only has to be a personal discipline, but it also needs to be a collective action as a society. We do need to treat this as a public health crisis, because truly it's ruining our lives and our society as a community. Thank you so much.
Yeah.